If you click on this video, you're probably thinking about the same thing that I've been thinking about, and that is this idea of going all in. Your period of high intensity, your season of saying no and treating yourself like an athlete. If you're anything like me, you might find yourself struggling with taking the leap of staying committed and being locked in. I understand that going all in requires that you make a lot of sacrifices of things and people that do not really serve you to help you attain your goals. But sometimes I feel that we spend much of life waiting for things to happen rather than actually making things happen. And the reality is, nothing moves until you do. That's why in today's video, I want to share with you 5 valuable lessons on why you should take action now. Embrace the fear. We are all scared of something. For some, it might be the fear of failure or the fear of how you might be perceived if you actually do go all in, while for others, it's the fear of letting go. You being scared is not a bad thing. In fact, a lot of the greats have actually been scared at various points in their lives. Fear is actually your body's natural response to change. But the question is, are you going to let the fear hold you back, or are you going to embrace it so you can move forward? Franklin D. Roosevelt made a very profound statement. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. If you're scared of failure, is your fear more important than the progress you could potentially make in achieving your dreams? Now, one way to embrace the fear is by actually seeing the fear through a different perspective, like the fear of failure. Instead of seeing failure as something evil that is almost equal to the end of the world, you can rather see failure as a learning opportunity. Like Thomas Edison, when he was interviewed on his 10,000 failed experiments, he actually said, "I haven't failed 10,000 times. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work." Could it be that the way you are currently looking at things is the main reason why you are so scared to go all in? Be okay with being alone. The fact that you're watching this video right now, I'm sure that there's a desire that you have to want to be exceptional. But the thing is that sometimes we do not really know what being exceptional actually is. Being exceptional means being the exception. It means being different from everyone else. When you actually do go all in, your friends will look at you differently. And that is because you are actually becoming a different person. To become the person you need to be, you need to do away with the person you once were. When you begin to refuse to drink alcohol and get wasted, when you refuse to engage in random casual sex, when you begin to prioritize your goals over fruitless activities, eventually the invites will reduce. And the more they reduce, the more your friends will find it difficult to actually keep up with your growth, and which inevitably would lead to reduced communication. And it's not because they are bad people, it's just that you may not really be able to relate at a level you once were accustomed to. And there's something Alex Hormozi made mention of, which is called the season of loneliness. Is that this season where you are so different from your old friends that you are not able to hang out with them, but you haven't started getting the results to attract the new friends you want to hang out with. Is that this season that the wheat actually gets separated from the chaff, because most people are not able to actually stomach being alone for long periods of time. And to go through this season, you need to be okay being your only supporter when the going gets tough. You need to be okay being the one to see the value in yourself when other people are not able to. You need to be able to find strength within yourself to move on when everything around you is screaming to just stay dormant and do nothing. Because you cannot truly become exceptional until you become the exception. Real magic happens when you go all in. While reading the book The One Thing by Gary Keller, he made mention of something that gave me a profound understanding of what it means to go all in. He gave an example, a diagram of a ball. Now, as you can see, the first ball is trying to go in literally all directions, and as a result, that ball is moving nowhere. But the other ball, or the other sphere, is moving in one direction, and the progress that that ball is making is in orders of magnitude more than the previous ball. When we allow ourselves to get distracted by social media, friends, doing busy work that doesn't really move the needle forward, we are actually allowing ourselves to be torn into multiple directions and not really allowing ourselves to harness the compounding power of going all in one direction. And sometimes we can find ourselves in situations where we tell ourselves that we're doing something, but in the grand scheme of things, we are torn in a lot of directions that we cannot even make meaningful progress on what we are currently working on. It's all about the journey, not the destination. Sometimes we can actually get overly focused on output goals, on getting a particular grade, on attaining a particular level of income, or getting X number of subscribers, that we tend to lose sight of what it takes to actually attain those goals. Instead of fussing over getting a particular grade, it's going to be much more beneficial to focus on understanding every single topic within that subject as best as you can, and really focusing on the process of getting your goal than the goal itself. Because at the end of the day, the destination is not as important as who you become in your process of getting there. So the main focus is not what you get, but who you become. There's a saying that what you're looking for is also looking for you, but just not this version of you. The journey is what makes it easy for what you're looking for to find you. Think like an athlete. Professional athletes, while they train, they keep in account what they eat, how they sleep, and the general state of their health and well-being, so they can be in top shape when they need to perform. Now, that's the same way we should treat our work. You need to take account of your health when you are going all in, because it doesn't really make sense to work to the point of diminishing returns to a level where it begins to take a toll on your health. There's a popular saying, health is wealth, but wealth isn't health. Now this reminds me of one of the sayings of Jesus. What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world, but still loses his soul? In the same vein, what do you gain if you gain all you want, but at the expense of your health and your well-being? Our wisdom nugget for the week. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. And guys, if you like this video, I think you're going to like this video about don't delete social media, but doing this instead. And if you want to find out what you need to do, click on the video, and I think you're going to find it really interesting. And if any of the points resonated with you, I would love to see what you think about it in the comment section. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And with that, guys, remember to always keep it real. Bye, guys.